Have you ever thought there was something creepy about the user Onision? Well, it turns out you were right. A user by the name of someguy827 has dug up some past information from Onision's website. That Onision, a few years ago, tried to set up his own religious cult. He kind of viewed himself as the self-styled David Koresh of vegetarians. And he's posted this information up on YouTube, and he's also included links to where you could find all the evidence. I suggest you go check out his videos. But Onision made this little threat that he could sue over this, that he may actually sue over this for libel and defamation of character. Now, Onision kind of then sucked me into the conversation as well, because I left a little text comment in response to that video saying, it's only really libelous if there's no evidence to back up the claims. I mean, you know, kind of like my video, where there's no evidence to suggest that you're a DMCA abuser, and there's no evidence in other people's videos to suggest that you've violated copyright law and circumvented the fair use policy by putting adverts in other people's videos. Oh wait, there is evidence. You fail again. Now for this comment, Onision blocked me from his Onision Speaks account, and at the same time he deleted that comment and immediately posted a video response, originally called Onision False DMCA, or I think it was Onision DMCA Claims, and it's now called Tattletale. Now, I'm really, really heartbroken at the idea that I'm now banned from the Onision Speaks channel. I mean, that ranks up there with being blocked by Brett Keane. I feel almost like Onision did when he got falsely flagged.
A lot of you probably know the story. I had a gun to my head. I was about to pull the trigger because I had no reason to live. And then I thought, maybe I can do what I always wanted to do with my life. Maybe I don't have to end it here. So you guys aren't just trying to take away my YouTube career. You're trying to take away my life when you try to flag these videos falsely.
Now, Greg, I know in that video you were trying to get sympathy from your audience, but the only person I wound up feeling sorry for was your wife. I mean, how much of a knock would that be to somebody's self-esteem when somebody is so desperate for the adulation of 200,000 complete strangers on YouTube, well, it was 200,000 at the time, that they would kill themselves over that, rather than live with the adulation and love and respect of their wife. You know, she either stays with you because she doesn't have to go out and get a fucking job because of your YouTube videos and your internet self-promotion, or she doesn't think she can do any better. I'm not sure which it is, but you know, we'll wait and see. But this was your response to me in the video about false DMCAs.
Hey there. There is an incredibly unfair and untrue accusation roaming the web about myself.
False accusation. Would that be the ones going around by your fanboys who leave channel comments that you're this great proponent of free speech and free debate, or the fact that you're this great, charming humanitarian? Nope. Here's the false accusation.
And that is that I, at any time in my life, have filed a false DMCA. Anyone suggesting that I have indeed filed a false DMCA is either blatantly lying or is incredibly ignorant and has not done their research.
Well, you obviously haven't watched my video because I actually did do my research about you filing these false DMCAs, but let's hear Onision himself justify to us what he would consider a false DMCA.
The truth of this matter is a false DMCA is when you know you're not supposed to file a DMCA against someone, you know they're not violating your rights, and yet you still take legal action against them. Filing a DMCA is indeed taking legal action. I, over a year ago, filed a DMCA against multiple users on YouTube who I believed in good faith were violating my rights. I was correct about most every single DMCA case I filed, because they were indeed violating my rights. However, the only ones you'll hear about are the ones I was wrong about, the ones that were protected under fair use. Over a year ago, I knew a whole lot less than I know now.
Now, where have I heard arguments similar to this before?
This is an apology from myself to Thunderfoot and other YouTube users. I confirm that the contents of this apology are true and accurate. My username on YouTube is VenomFangX. As many of you may know, there has been a dispute between Thunderfoot and myself over the past few weeks. We have resolved that dispute, and as part of the resolution, I am here to express my regret for the misuse of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Hey, moron! YouTube advises that you seek legal advice before filing a DMCA takedown for good reason. You file a DMCA takedown notice under the penalty of perjury. Whether or not you believe it's under good faith, it doesn't matter. You committed perjury, you fucking retard. Now, you've only denied filing these DMCA takedown notices up until now, because the truth is now finally coming out about you. You've denied it up until now, but it's only now when the truth comes out that you're admitting to it, and you're doing this to try and keep your fanboys on your side. You better pray that your subs don't do any actual research into this, because they'll find out what kind of a lying scumbag you are. Oh, and by the way, if anyone thinks that this is where the similarities between Onision and VenomFangX ends, guess again.
But because the haters have so little against me, because I am so incredibly honest to all of you, they can only bring up my mistakes long in the past. I would never knowingly lie. What I did was 100% lawful. So when someone in the future tells you that I did something illegal, when they tell you I did something that was immoral, I really want you to ask yourself who exactly they are talking about. Because if you know me, you know for a fact that I am honest, because I have expressed nothing but honesty on this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for investigating the truth for yourself.
Just before I go, Gregory, you like to talk about people being in legal hot water because they make false accusations and all this other bullshit. Well, you might want to stay away from the topic of legal hot water, Greg, because you've been making money off people's videos unlawfully. Videos by myself, Free Speech, the DMCA Abuse channel, and Jaguar Jones have all had copyright violations slapped against them on your behalf. Our videos are generating advertising revenue for you, and we're protected under the clause of fair use. Not a good sign, Greg, is it? Now, I know Greg is going to do absolutely nothing about this. He's making money, he doesn't give a shit. So, what I'm going to suggest is that we try and change the system ourselves by contacting YouTube. Now, I know some people view this as futile, but the system has worked in the past. I mean, people wrote in about the grey bar, it's gone. People wrote in about the vote botting system, it's gone. People wrote in about the text spam script. It's gone. The only downside was that for a brief period you couldn't use a word with script in it when you wanted to leave a comment, such as description, transcript, subscription, etc., etc. So, I've started a little thread on one of their feedback forums, which I'd like people to respond to. Now, also, if you know any other videos other than the ones that I've mentioned that have had copyright notices stuck on them from Onision, then please let me know. I'll stick them in the description, and you can please feel free to submit those when you leave a reply to the thread I started on the YouTube forums. I'm not suggesting in any way we get rid of YouTube's automated ID and video detection system. I'm not saying that in the slightest. I am suggesting, though, that they improve the system so that it falls in line with the DMCA, so that it would be like any other copyright claim, because I can't make a legal appeal against Onision's copyright claim against my video, which is wrong. Nobody can. And that's wrong. So here are my suggestions. Number one, YouTube contacts the user/organization that they believe has had their copyright violated, and then warns the user that they believe has violated said copyright. Number two, YouTube informs both parties of the legal ramifications of filing both bogus copyright claims and counterclaims, and suggests both parties seek legal advice first. Number 3. The claimant is given the opportunity to file a DMCA takedown notification or file a legal demand for advertising revenue to be placed on the defendant's work. Number 4. The defendant is given the option to file a legal appeal to either action. Number 5. The claimant is then informed of the counter-notification and advised they will then need to take the next legal step and pursue the matter in court for a final resolution. Number 6. The defendant is informed of the decision and given the legal option to defend themselves in court for a legitimate claim or to pursue the claimant for legal fees and a possible charge of perjury as cited in the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. If YouTube was just to implement those, then we would have no more of these false claims. We would have no more of these claims by Onision that people have violated his copyright and adverts stuck on his behalf. And what that would mean, Gregory, is if that you wanted to make another claim for copyright, you would have to pursue it in court. Don't know about you, but it sounds like a good idea to me. So once again, leave a reply in the forum. Let's get this on the front page as long as possible. And in the meantime, and feel free to mirror this video if you like. And hell, if this one gets ad share revenue added to it on behalf of Onision, or any of the mirrors get ad share revenue added to it on behalf of Onision, then we'll just add them to the list. In the meantime, this is the Shredder. Peace out.